I'm feeling low.
Hello my lemon drops and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna. I am a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. We are gathered here today for yet another segment of Personal Trainer Reacts to / Critiques Beachbody Workouts. I don't know what episode we're on at this point. Let's just call it episode infinity because these things can go on forever. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some comedic relief and dry sarcasm along the way, please hit that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate it. And so would the dogs. You don't want to disappoint my dogs, do you? No, you don't. So subscribe. Thank you. I'm gonna need these for this episode, okay? Things are gonna get intense. If you guys have not tried these, you have not lived, okay? All right, guys, so let's make lemonade. So we are kicking things off with a Beachbody coach who is doing about 40,000 exercises in one. So that was a lot. Let's try and figure out what was going on there. Okay, so it looks like hold on, I have to slow this down. Looks like a rear delt raise, then an upright row, then a shoulder press. Okay. First and foremost, I think I have those leggings that she's wearing. Not that you guys can clearly see them. And she's also wearing a really cute top. It's got like a marbly design. That's not the point, Brianna. So these individual exercises are not bad, but as usual, I hate that she's doing all of them together like this at once. Why do you guys do that? Why do you guys have to do that? The worst thing about this is her form in that upright row. She's just going too high. That's a common problem that I see in inexperienced people. When you go too high in your upright row, it causes something called shoulder impingement. And that's basically just putting your shoulder in a weird position and then lifting weight with it. I just super simplified that, but basically it's not good for your shoulder to do that. I will now show you an alternative compound exercise that effectively trains your shoulders. So I've seen this exercise go by many names. The most common I've seen is probably the shoulder tee. So we are going to go with that. Here is a shoulder tee. This is a combination of a lateral raise and a front raise to target both the front and lateral heads of the deltoid muscle, aka your shoulders. Start with your front raise. Then when you return your arms to the starting position, move on to your lateral raise. An important note here is to not lock out your elbows. You want to maintain a slight bend in your elbow at all times. You can do this exercise without weights to warm up your shoulders, or you can do it without weights if you have shoulder problems. I don't recommend going very heavy with this. It's not necessary either. All right, guys, so this next one is seriously bonkers. That's what I wrote down in my notes. I don't know how else to describe it, so let's just watch it. I know. I told you guys. So let's break this down and figure out what's going on here. Okay, so it looks like she's starting with she's kind of converging the weights and up over her head. Overhead tricep extension, back to the front, and then bicep curl. Oh, bending over, and then I guess that's a tricep. Wait a minute. I guess that looks like the first half of a tricep kickback, but she's keeping her arms extended, and then she's coming back up, and I guess that's back to start. Okay, I guess this is primarily for biceps and triceps. This combination is just weird, and the way she's executing it is just a little bit funny to me. Like, if you want to do bis and tris, just do bis and tris, man. I hate these exercises where they're trying to do 1,000 exercises in one. There's nothing wrong with doing a superset. I think I've touched briefly on supersets before. A superset is just basically doing 2 exercises consecutively without rest in between. For example, maybe you'll do leg press machine, 10 reps on the leg press machine, hop off and do 15 jump squats, and then that's one superset. But supersets don't work like for every type of exercise. Like, you don't just throw two completely random exercises that work two entirely different muscle groups together. If it's leg day, maybe I'll do like body weight squats and then jump squats and then go into like kneeling glute kickbacks. That's a circuit right there that you could do. I will now demonstrate for you a bicep tricep circuit. Okay, so I'm starting out my circuit with tricep push-ups. Tricep push-ups differ than regular push-ups because of the way your hands are positioned. Your hands are going to be closer together, and you have the option to do them either on your knees or off your knees. Totally up to you and your skill level. And then I'm getting my dumbbells, and I'm going into an alternating bicep curl. Key takeaways for bicep curls: don't swing the weight back and forth, and you want to keep your shoulders in and close to your body. If you find yourself swinging the weight or like really having to use your shoulders to get the weight up, then it's probably too heavy and you should drop weight. And then the last exercise I'm going into are tricep kickbacks. Bend over at your waist to about 90 degrees and then pull your elbows up so that your arms are bent at 90 degrees. And then only bending at your elbows, you're going to kick back your forearm and contract your triceps before you return to start and repeat. All right, let's dive straight into this next one. It looks like she's just kind of doing a squat and a shoulder press, but as far as that other stuff, I'm not really sure what all of that's for. Sometimes I wonder if these Beachbody super trainers, like, they just get together and they're thinking of these exercises for their programs, and they're all just like, so how about we have them do a squat to shoulder press? But what can we add in between that to make them feel like they're doing a lot? But maybe they're not really doing that much, but it feels like they're doing a lot. And then Autumn's like, swings! They'll swing the weight back and forth. And that's a Beachbody super trainer focus grill. I don't have a gripe with the shoulder press and the squat together. Like that's actually a really good compound exercise. I think I've showed you guys that one before on like a video from like a while ago. But like they're just adding extra stuff to it. And it's just like, why? Why? I will now demonstrate for you guys something else. Onyx, can you please stop farting? The door is closed and it smells in here. All right, guys, here I am doing a squat to dumbbell shoulder press, or also just called squat to press for short. This is a good compound exercise that is not ridiculously excessive and very doable. So dumbbell in each hand, you're gonna have your feet at hips width apart or slightly wider than hips width apart, depending on your anatomy. You're pressing up through your heels, and as you press up out of your squat, you're pressing your arms straight up over your head. You will find with this exercise that your shoulders will be able to tolerate slightly heavier weight than if you were just doing a shoulder press alone. And that is because when you're doing a shoulder press just on its own, the force is only coming through your shoulders, versus doing an exercise like this, doing it with a squat or even doing it standing, the momentum is being generated through your feet and through your hips, which is allowing you to press up more. I just oversimplified that. There's a lot more physics involved, but I was bad at physics, so we're just going to ignore that. And I recommend that if you have knee, hip, or shoulder issues, you avoid this exercise. So this next one is weird. And I know I say that all the time, but this one is just like really just like, it's really short. It's only 8 seconds, so I'm going to let it play through a couple times. Here we go. Did everyone see that? Yeah? Okay, just making sure we all saw the same thing. So to start, it looks like she's doing just a dumbbell rear delt raise, and I don't really know why she's kneeling on one knee. And then she transitions into this strange laying back thing. Maybe she's trying to do a skull crusher or like maybe a dumbbell pullover, but because she's on the floor, she doesn't really have that great a range of motion. I want to say she's trying to do a pullover, but I really don't know. Being on the floor, laying in her position like that, her range of motion is pretty limited. So yeah, I don't really know. You guys can't see this, so I'm going to read it to you. In the caption, it says, also, can we just take a minute for this move? WTH. So even this Beachbody distributor is WTFing this exercise. Oh, shoes are super cute. At least she's got that going for her. Look like leopard print. Love that. I love some good leopard print. So yeah, I don't really know. I feel like I always want to have some sort of input or correction or something about the workout to give you guys, but I don't even really understand what it is I'm looking at. Like, she's doing a rear delt raise, and that looks fine, honestly. Again, I don't know why she's kneeling, but I mean, I guess if you want to do it kneeling, you can. But then she's transitioning into this weird laying back stuff. I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's just strange. So I guess it's time for a demonstration now. Not sure yet what I'm gonna do, but I'll figure it out. Here's something that's not stupid. Okay, so I have decided on an overhead reverse lunge as a demonstration for you guys. A reverse lunge is pretty much the opposite of a regular forward lunge. Instead of stepping forward, you are stepping back and then lowering down and then pressing up through that front foot. I'm holding a medicine ball over my head, but this is actually optional. If you want to, you can just hold your hands above your head. Holding something above your head is a really good test of balance and coordination, so I recommend not holding something too big or heavy. Go slow, you don't want to hurt yourself, and as usual, respect your limitations. All right, so next one we got Beachbody distributor. Let's watch.
We need to work on that first, right? If then you aren't judging yourself for having these thoughts about like, ugh, having another beer, ugh, having cigarettes. We need to work on that first, right? If then you aren't judging yourself for having these thoughts about like, ugh, having another beer, ugh, having cigarettes.
Is it How to Destroy Your Shoulders Day? It must be. I feel like there are some times, occasionally when I'm doing this, where I can look at an exercise or a workout and find some redeemable qualities about it. This is not one of those times. Do not do this exercise. You will annihilate your shoulders. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I guess I'll say some stuff about it. I'm paused on it here. I can't tell what kind of weights she is doing this with. All I can see is that they're green. I feel like I maybe am getting a little smudge of a glimpse of the number. Maybe they're 10 pounds. Honestly, however much weight she has is too much. This exercise is just, how do I want to say this? I don't know how I want to say this. I think, in my opinion, this is like the worst thing I've seen somebody do to their shoulders since I talked about that Beckford bar in my video about fitness influencers. This puts your shoulders in such a weird position, and she's going really fast too. You know, she's kind of shrugging, like she's just doing a shrug like this. Like, you never want to, oh gosh. Just don't do this, you guys. Just please don't do this. You think Nabisco will sponsor this video? I will now demonstrate for you an exercise that will not destroy your shoulders. So here you see me doing an Arnold press. This is a complex exercise because it works just about every head of the deltoids. So I recommend not going too heavy with this. And I also, because of its complexity, I would avoid this if you have a history of shoulder issues. So you're gonna start in a shoulder press position, and then you're gonna press up, keeping your arms bent at 90 degrees. When you return your arms down, then you're going to internally rotate them in. And then from there, just externally rotate them back out and then repeat. Now, some people will say that to externally rotate at the same time that you're pressing up, I don't like to do that. For some of us, it can kind of be a little bit of an awkward position, and it increases your risk of injury. There's a risk of injury always with, every exercise you do, but we want to do our best to decrease the risk of injury. All right, guys, so we have saved the best for last. No, I haven't. These are all terrible. This one was sent to me, as most of these are, and again, thank you very much to everybody who has been sending me these. I really appreciate it. I always forget to thank people. Thank you. This person shared with me also something that I thought was interesting in her message. This 9-week control freak program just looks ridiculous. I was a Beachbody lover for years until I got my own personal trainer and opened my own yoga and fitness studio. And then after studying, I realized a lot of Beachbody workouts were ridiculous, especially those from this trainer. It's like she wants to make them crazier and crazier moves to keep people interested. I don't know. I'm confused as to what happened to simple, effective workouts. Me too. What's wrong with the chest and triceps day with simple weighted exercises, chest press, kickbacks, etc.? Why do we need these ridiculous compound nonsense moves? A question I am still waiting for answers to. Now let's watch the clip she sent me. Really love that top. Wish it didn't say Beachbody all over it. So she's doing a kind of a combination of a lot of exercises here. I let it play through a couple times. The second one she's doing looks like I would call that a single arm row, and it looks like she's using the resistance band on that fancy control track that you have to use if you are doing Control Freak. Debatable. Yeah, I'd call that a single arm row. Do those all the time, like those. And then she's doing, the band is positioned higher than her and she's pulling them in front of her. So that would be a decline chest press. I always get confused in my head a little bit with when doing those with the resistance band, the coordination. So those last two, I don't take issue with those, you know. If you have resistance bands at home, or if you are looking for exercise ideas with your resistance band, both really good exercises I would recommend that you should incorporate into your back and chest routine. Now, let's talk about that first one that she was doing there. Let's watch this again. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's what we're doing. That first one, man, like that one is just very strange to me. On one side, she's pulling, and on the other side, she's pushing. The side that she is pulling on is the side where she's got the resistance band, and the side that she is pushing on is the side where she's pressing up the dumbbell. She has different levels of resistance on both sides, and I have no idea what the point of this exercise is. This is like doing a push-up on one side and a cable row on the other side. Why would anyone do that? You're right. They wouldn't. Personally, I don't see anything overtly dangerous about this. I don't know if other fitness professionals would agree. Would I have a client do this? No. Why? Because it's dumb. Why are you pushing on one side and pulling on the other side? That's dumb. And on top of that, like I said before, you have different levels of resistance on both sides. So each side isn't even getting the same amount of training. I will now demonstrate for you something that's not dumb. Here I am. I'm doing a cable lat pull down for you guys. For this, you do need either a full cable machine like I'm using here, or you can also use a set of handled resistance bands. There are a lot of different grip options if you're using the cable. I am just using a wide bar and doing a standard wide grip. In the starting position, you want to allow your arms to be fully extended above your head. As you pull the weight down to your chest, allow your lower back to arch just a little bit as you pull the weight down to your chest and contract to squeeze your shoulder blades together. A common mistake that I see a lot of people make with this particular exercise is they just pull the bar straight down in front of them without pulling into their chest or arching their lower back. That lower back arch is actually necessary for lat activation, so go slow and make sure you're watching your form. In conclusion, boy, what a weird one that was, huh? Here I go again, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? You want me to say the thing? Just because you buy the starter pack doesn't mean you're a coach of any variety. Health coach, fitness coach, lifestyle coach, nutrition coach. I'm getting a little tired of saying that, you guys. But for you guys and for the world, I will never stop saying it. Yes, I know the super trainers are the ones that make the workouts. Personally, I take issue with fitness professionals associating their credentials with multi-level marketing companies like Beachbody. That might be another video. And then you have the other terrible thing about it, the inexperienced distributors, most of them are inexperienced, demonstrating these workouts and being like, hey, look at me, guys, look at me, do this workout, do this exercise, what a great workout, because they're not showing you guys these workouts not expecting you to do them. Like, you post a work, you call yourself a fitness influencer, you know, whatever, and you post a workout, you expect other people are going to follow your lead and do it. When they're demonstrating these exercises incorrectly and with terrible form, other people will follow their lead and will probably get hurt. Ugh. If you made it to the end of this video, congratulations, and thank you so very much for sticking with me through that mess. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe for more related content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Onyx. Hey, handsome. What's up? What you doing? Show everybody your toy? Yes, what a handsome boy you are. What a handsome boy you are. You gonna give me your toy? You gonna give it to me? This is what he does. He'll bring you his toy, but you cannot have his toy. He's just bringing it to you. Can I have it? Thank you. Who's your mama? Who's mama? Oh, close enough. Good baby. You were the cutest boy. Don't tell your brother I said that. Hey, Onyx. Oh! Hey, Onyx. Oh, and you licked the camera. Thank you. Hey, what's up? What? Say bye. Say bye, Onyx. You say bye? Bye.